Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Alright, this is a response to Ace of Sorrow's vid about the gaming rant about what you think is the best game or game series and stuff. Now, I've been playing games for a very long time, man, and I'm basically gonna cover several things, but majority of what I cover is gonna be about current shit. Um, First of all, if I would have to come up with a top five list of favorite games that I've played of all time, uh, and I put no thought into this really. Um, Final Fantasy 3, which is also, which AKA Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 7 and 8. Those three would definitely be in that list. Followed by Shadow of the Colossus and Secret of Mana. Those probably my five, just as of right now, without really thinking too in depth with it. Uh, Shit. But I mean, outside of that, what's my favorite game out of those that I just said, or just period? If it came push to shove, and I actually thought about all the games that I played, it would most likely still be Final Fantasy VII. I've played Final Fantasies all the way from one to now, and Part Seven, to me, it's just my favorite one. Um, the Final Fantasy series of games are my favorite game series. I'm just an RPG fan. I completely understand why people don't like RPGs. I do understand that. But, for me, I like every type of genre of game, and RPGs is my shit. So, uh, Part 7 is definitely the sickest one to me. The other ones, Part 3, aka 6, and some people don't know that Part 3 is Part 6. But yeah, Final Fantasy 3 and Final Fantasy 8 are like they're like right there with 7. It's like a toss up to anything. That's why certain people say, "Oh, Final Fantasy 3 is the best shit. Is the best Final Fantasy." I have no argument towards that because the game is amazing. Same thing with Part 8. The game is amazing. I have no argument towards that. It's just all about your personal preference of which one you like is better. Um, but yeah, man, I just about the series in general. Personally, I like the Final Fantasy series and games mainly because they're probably the most imaginative games there is out there. They really test your imagination, and they always have great characters. They usually always have great characters and really deep gameplay. With the latest Final Fantasy, they kind of broadened it out, and they really kind of just made a game so that I don't know, like it's unlike any other Final Fantasy. It really is. Do I still like it? Yeah, I like it. Is it definitely a lot different than all the other ones, all the games that I really enjoy and I love the series for? Yeah, it's definitely a lot different. But I still like the game. It's nowhere near as good as the other ones, but I still do like it. Uh, I mean, those are the main reasons why I like the Final Fantasy series. Just they're engrossing games. The characters are beast, the environments are beast, the music is sick. Um, and, the gameplay. I don't mind the gameplay. Of turn based. So I'm perfectly fine with that. And like I said, it's the game is engrossing. A game like Heavy Rain incorporated what Final Fantasy does. It gets you emotionally attached to a lot of the characters, majority of the times in the games. And that's the thing that I like about the Final Fantasy games, that they're real deep, and they're the shit, man. Um, but let me see. This generation, what my favorite game is. This gen, it's honestly, it's a toss up between these three games, and I already talked about it before. Was Metal Gear, Heavy Rain, and Uncharted 2. But if I absolutely had to give it to one, I don't know. I know for a fact that it would be between Heavy Rain and Metal Gear. I know that for a fact. Uncharted 2 is my shit. I love the online. The single player is amazing, but the single player of Metal Gear and the single player of Heavy Rain is unheard of. It's like those two single player campaigns are just completely fucking remarkable. Uncharted 2 single player is like a movie. It's great, but Metal Gear and Heavy Rain single player is it's fucking phenomenal, man. It's phenomenal because they're like movies already, but they add something that is just like Metal Gear is like a movie, but it has these epic, like intense, crazy scenes in it, and the game is just badass. Whereas Heavy Rain is just like it's just like a movie, but it's a fucking like emotionally engrossing game, you know. And like I said before, when you can actually get the person that's sitting down, playing the game, watching the movie, listening to the music, feeling what the fuck that you're listening to, playing to, or watching on the screen, you have got a fucking winner right there. You got a gold mine. And that's exactly what Metal Gear and fucking Heavy Rain is. That's exactly what it is. You know, but at the same time, they're not games for everyone. But hey, it's my gaming rant, right? uh, but that's pretty much it, y'all. Thanks for the vid, by the way, because I was thinking about something to talk about, you know, gaming related, but I really couldn't come up with nothing. But yeah, those are the games. Kind of gave y'all a rough top five, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And also, I know a lot of people don't know what Secret of Mana is. Secret of Mana was a RPG on the Super Nintendo, and it was 3 players. And if you actually utilize all 3 players playing that game, amazing, man. The game was phenomenal. If you were only playing by yourself, you know, then the experience was dulled down just by that much. You know, it was still good, but it was okay. But if you got 2 other people sitting next to you and y'all are playing through this long role playing game together, which is something that I wish they would recreate today. Not MMOs, but you know what I'm saying, like a game where I can hit up 2 other people and we can go from beginning to end through this entire game. You know, it would probably take us a long time because it's an RPG, but I mean, there's something about that. You know, having a connectivity with 2 consistent people from beginning to end of a game, and not an action game, not going online and just shooting people. It's all about yeah, look at my K to D and all that shit, but going from an actual story from beginning to end. Man, I want to make fucking games. I can't wait till I get out of fucking college. I'm out. Peace.